So we really were not ready for last night's episode at all. Like, at all. So last night of All-Stars 4 was episode 8, and can we say that the last, like, 1 minute of that show was so hard to watch when Naomi pulled that lipstick. I was shocked. I'm sure so many of you were shocked. I remember, like, last night when I was up really late watching the episode again, that so many people were posting, like, that is so crazy. So let's do a quick recap. I got some of my notes here, since this is our first drag chat that we're doing on this channel, because I really love watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and if you guys want me to do an episode on, like, my thoughts and opinions and everything kind of more in detail about the show, I definitely would love doing that. Like I said, last night was episode 8 of this All-Stars 4 season, and it's Best Judy's Race was the name of the episode, and obviously coming from the week before we lost Valentina, which was, do I dare say, expected almost, because she wasn't the best on this season. You know what I mean? She was great. She really got her comeback after the lip sync challenge. I felt like it was well deserved, but there were still little things about her that was just kind of like, okay, she hasn't stepped up 100% to that level yet. Now, going into this, I was completely all for Manila or Trinity, who's a very well-seasoned drag queen. I was like, both of them are just really super strong. They really... I'm fans of theirs, I'll put it that way, you know, because everybody has their kind of opinions on any All-Stars episode or any All-Stars season, just because you're like, oh, you know, you come in through previous seasons already kind of fanning over them. So one thing about the Judy challenge that I thought was really interesting is, yeah, they brought different people in to the episode where that they were connected to. They were their best Judys. Now, was it something strategic to maybe distract Manila by bringing in her husband? I don't know. Those are some rumors I was seeing online that they were like, oh, well, if it wasn't her husband, would have she would have maybe been a stronger person in this episode and maybe outlasted Latrice, or someone else would have been in the bottom. Those are interesting things that I want you guys to comment below as I'm talking through. Let me know what you guys think. Is that a possible thing? Was there a conspiracy theory behind that? I don't know. I wouldn't give it that far personally, but it's TV. They can write it however they want. Especially pinning up two iconic queens like Latrice and Manila, which we knew, come on, they were handcuffed going into the season. As Monet Exchange brought up in that episode, it's so true that they are kind of like a combo package. So why not put them at the bottom too? Is this strategic playing by Rue? Were Manila and Latrice really the bottom two for this episode? So going into this, you know, obviously they had to do some choreography. They had to do the little cute Judy moment, which I loved all of them. I thought they all did a really, really good job. Performance-wise, I really thought that Monet did do a really... I could feel she was trying to connect with Judy during that portion of the performance. Now, going into the end of the episode, right before everything kind of started, can we just take a moment for Rue's dress? Was that not a little Tina Turner, Mad Max Thunderdome moment? Because I think it is. I really felt like with the silver and the shiny and the everything going on in her hair, it was futuristic looking, but it was definitely Tina Turner Thunderdome for me, and I was just like, living for that. I really am living for that. So one thing I really did like overall when it came out to the pairing of the costumes coming out, my favorites, I like, and she has won my heart. She's won my heart this season, is Monique Hart. Like, I really think she really wants this. She's tried really, really hard. I feel like she's learned from the mistakes from her actual season. Her makeup skills have really stepped up. I do agree so much with that. And I loved the eye thing. I thought that was a great idea. I was like, okay, she's trying something different and I'm liking it. I really did feel like I got the campy, but I got how they were together. I enjoyed that. I felt like she might have honestly been, she probably was third is in Rue's eyes, but in me, I thought she would have been one of the top two. Now, going into the winners, I agree. I like Naomi. I thought she did a great job in doing the Sunny Cher combo twist, pull the wig off. Like, it had a story, and it was a different type of family. Most people, when they were doing, you know, any type of, like, challenge like this in the past seasons, there's always, like, sisters, right? Sisters, cousins, aunts, whatever. I like how Naomi was like, no, I'm going to turn it into a husband-wife duo. And that's, I mean, they're still a family. Husband and wife is still a family. So I really like how they made that type of dynamic. Smart on Naomi's part. Now, for her, though, I'm glad she was able to finally get a win. She's good. She's a good queen. Is she my favorite? No, not personally. I feel like she does use the I've got legs excuse a lot, where yes, you're pretty, yes, you have long legs, but what else can you bring to the table? And I feel like she has shown that recently. And in this episode, she really did step it up. She did the wig change. She actually did a great job on her makeup and on her Judy's makeup. And she did a great job on the costume. Like, overall was good. And the lip sync was a little... I can tell she was modernizing and making it funny, a Judy type of musical number. For the lip sync, versus Monet was going a little bit more serious, a little more solemn. She was kind of maybe bringing more of the traditional sense, versus Naomi was just doing a really killer lip sync. I agree, she did a better job overall, but I can see how their styles were different, and I can tell that Naomi's young. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, you know, be young, be young. So going into that, though, I was afraid with the lipsticks just because they were playing it up a lot in the filming and editing going up to it, when they were both, Monet and Naomi, sitting with Latrice and Manila, and they were talking about it, and they were like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm just like, let's talk about that, though, for a second. They keep saying, oh, I don't know. But really, though, they do know, because if you want to play the game, let's say there is no right way to play the game. Because as we learned, Manila in the earlier episodes kept saying, like, well, should I take off the most dangerous queen out of this? Like, should I take off the queen that I feel like is the most top running for the crown? And honestly, if you want to play the game dirty and play Survivor rules, like, hey, maybe watch Survivor on CBS, you know, remember that show that I guess is still around? That was one thing that really, to me, stood out, why they kept playing up, why Manila kept doing that at the beginning. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should let the hardest queen go. Maybe the tough queen should go home. And I'm like, man, they're really playing up this Manila thinking about this. And that's why, because I think they were leading up into this and having her go to this battle of like, well, Latrice and Manila are both now pinned up against each other. Conspiracy, no. I feel like it's just really good editing. I feel like it's really good playing up both sides. And that's why they kept going back and forth with Monet and Naomi, like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, Latrice got kicked off the show. Latrice has not been doing that great on the season. Manila has won multiple challenges. And, like, I don't understand. There is no... If you want to play by, like, actual, like, who does better and numbers... Obviously it was Manila, but if you want to play Survivor dirty rules and kind of play up what Manila was saying earlier in the season about, oh, taking off the toughest queen, they did it. The editing did it. Naomi did it by picking that lipstick. Was she coerced into it by the writers? I don't know. I feel like maybe it was a combination. I think she maybe wasn't 100% sure. She probably didn't want to take off Latrice because Latrice is such a huge emotional fan favorite. I love Latrice. I think Latrice is a great queen. I've seen her live. I mean, absolutely outstanding. Great story, great overall. I mean, she has her look and she, you know it's her. It's Latrice. But if you want to play by who has been doing great this season, who has been, killing it every challenge, besides Manila, it's been Trinity. So I like how they ended the kind of like Handcliffe, like little snippets at the end where Monique brought up a good thing where she was just like, hey, we should, what would make great television? Kick off Trinity. And I'm like, oh, if they take off Manila on episode 8, like they did today, and if they take off Trinity soon, ooh, then we know something is going on there. And so, I mean, I really am interested to see what you guys have to say about this. Like, I'm shocked that she's gone just because she's been doing so great. Because queens in the past have been kicked off episodes that have been doing good in the past, but have either had a loss or really, just nosedived. Did she really nosedive that bad? Yeah, her outfit the queen and the club and the thing and the, alright, it was a little simple for her. Maybe needed more pizzazz. Come on, you're Manila. But was it deserving of being kicked off after winning multiple times and never being in the bottom? I don't know. Questions that I'm interested to see what you guys have to say at the bottom. So, thank you for watching this drag chat episode with me. I will definitely do another drag chat next Saturday with all of you guys recapping Friday's episode. And this is something I want to start branching off further into. So definitely, like I said, let me know what you guys want to see in these style episodes. Do you want more just talking? Do you want more controversy, conspiracy theory ideas? Like what? And I'm excited to know what you guys have to say. So thanks for watching, you guys. And I really don't know what's going to happen. I mean, Manila was the top queen I was going for, and now I'm kind of leaning towards Trinity because she's one of our, I feel like in the drag community, a big seasoned queen. So let's see what happens, you guys. Bye.